All right, welcome back to the SMH My Head podcast. Today we're going to talk about, as part of our midseason update, we're going to talk about contenders or pretenders for certain teams.
And some chicken tenders. Sorry.
Okay. For certain teams. So my list is basically teams that are doing really good or teams that we expected to be good and if they're going to turn stuff around. So the teams I was going to talk about are the Sixers, the Celtics, the Jazz, the Lakers, and the Suns. Because pretty much every other team, like Nets, Bucks, Lakers, I'm only mentioning because Anthony Davis is injured right now. And Clippers, I'm pretty sure they're still on the contenders list of teams that could have an actual chance of like reaching the finals. But I want to talk about those teams in particular because they're doing pretty good compared to their expectations, but for the Celtics, they're actually doing worse than their expectations, but I'm still going to ask about them because this team didn't change that much, but they're really struggling this season, and we don't know what it is. So a lot of people are actually like starting to expose Brad Stevens and Danny Ainge because who's the general manager or the owner.
Yeah. GM.
Yeah, he's their GM because like when you look at the moves he's made, other than drafting Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, almost every other move he's made has been terrible.
That's really it. That's really the only two.
Like almost every other move he's made has turned out to not actually be that great.
Dude, honestly, just think about what they did to IT.
Yeah.
Like, that's bogus as hell.
It was like they re-signed him, and then they just traded him for Kyrie.
Right.
And then Kyrie walked. At the last season, they were like, oh, Kemba Walker is an upgrade because even though he's not as good, he's just like a good enough replacement. But now Kemba Walker has been pretty meh.
Very average.
Well, not average, but like he's definitely not as good as he was last year.
Yeah.
And there's some games where he's just like terrible. Cardio Kemba. And then he's still smiling even though they got blown out.
I've seen a lot of that.
Meme. I've seen the memes. But like does this like so was it? The Celtics 4 out of the last 5 years they were in the conference finals. So they still have a good enough ceiling, but like are they still like a finals caliber team? Because last season when the Bucks got eliminated, I thought the Celtics were going to make the finals.
Mm-hmm.
So, do they still have that expectation?
I don't think so. I don't think they get that far.
I don't think so. Just because they literally have like no depth.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything on their bench is mostly just like okay role players or like they're rookies. They're like late first round pick rookies.
Don't have enough experience to.
Yeah, so like they can't confidently like reliably contribute to being that caliber team. But you know they're hanging in there, especially now that Kemba Walker's been better now. But Jaylen Brown has cooled down to start the season, so we'll see how that goes. And then the next team is the 76ers, which has the runaway MVP candidate Joel Embiid apparently, even though they're only one game behind the Bucks. One game ahead of the Bucks.
So wait. So Celtics pretenders, right?
I'm saying the Celtics are pretenders.
Okay.
I'm not gonna worry about them this postseason.
Okay.
But the Sixers have been very interesting because they are the first seed, but like statistically, it's mostly just like Embiid just wrecking everything. But like the rest of the team has been kind of suspicious because Tobias Harris has been looking good.
He's been good, yeah.
Ben Simmons. A lot of people keep saying Ben Simmons hasn't improved since like his rookie year. It's mostly just been defensively. Because like everything except shooting, Ben Simmons is really, really good at.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But that improvement, but people are just expecting more from him because he's had pretty much the same stats from his rookie year, but he keeps getting like all-star selections and stuff. Right. And I do have Ben Simmons as my defensive player of the year so far.
He's playing great defense.
Like I do think like Ben Simmons, I don't know, Giannis might get it again too, depending on if the Bucks can.
Is Rudy ever been a MVP for deep defense or MVP?
League MVP?
Larry Bird and Wilt Chamberlain repeated as an MVP before.
Okay, again, we just discussed they played against the Milton Man.
Larry Bird.
Larry Bird did.
Well, Larry Bird was more.
I feel like he
put a little beating into Michael Jordan.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I feel like he maybe.
Well, his MVP 3 was interesting because the third one was his best MVP, which is why he got the third one. Because the third MVP he was the best team in the league and they won this title. So like
I wish we saw Larry Bird play.
Yeah, he played with like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's like the 80s era. Yeah,
that's tough.
Yeah, so like that was like the whole like golden age, start of the golden age that people were talking about. But anyway, I just don't trust the Sixers.
It's hard to trust the Sixers.
Yeah, And
And I
what,
don't like. I'm not the biggest fan of Doc Rivers either.
No, but
Mhm.
he's a flopper.
Yeah.
Or not a flopper.
Yeah.
But, like, he's not like an actual like good coach.
You're right.
yeah. So it's really just like how far can Embiid take them
Yeah.
is what I'm thinking. But like, defense, like Giannis has shown that he's capable of like picking up Embiid in past games. So if they do match up with the Bucks in the playoffs, like it's not gonna be easy for them.
That'll be fun to watch.
It would, but like,
That'll be fun to watch.
I don't know. Like I really, I know, I'm just really high on the Bucks.
I know.
Even though I hate Coach Budenholzer, even though I hate their coach, I just really like Giannis.
I mean, just by so far, and I know it's just half of the season. Sixers, and you're right. It's only a game behind,
Mhm.
so it's very hard to tell.
Yeah.
But I think I'm trusting Sixers right now.
To
But
stay
I don't know, it's
to
not
for
fair.
what, the staying at the first seed?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the seeding I really don't care about really.
Okay, but you're just saying like finals contending.
Yeah, like we're saying they're that good just because they are the first seed,
Mm-hmm.
even though like their other stuff, like what was it? I talked about their net rating or whatever. Their net rating is like 8th, which is still good, but it's not like standing out of the league.
Gotcha.
Good, and like what was it? Lakers are right now 24-11, and the Sixers are 22-12. So like, if we're using record, if you're using league record for MVP, then I'm not gonna like yell at you for saying LeBron or Embiid is the MVP.
Yeah.
Anyway. So are you saying the Sixers are contenders? Because they're definitely better. They're way better than last season.
Yeah.
They're way better than
When
last
it comes
season.
to contending, I see what you're saying. That argument, huh?
It's like, well, for
Anyway.
contenders, I would say they can make the finals. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they made the finals.
But they wouldn't win. I still have a West team.
Like, if it's Lakers or Clippers.
Yeah.
Lakers and Clippers are my top 2 teams
Yeah.
for the West, in that order. Every other team, we're pretty much everybody has the same opinion on. This is the most interesting one, the Utah Jazz. Because the Utah Jazz are 4 games ahead of the Lakers for the first seed in the West. They have been shooting like the 2015 and 2016 Warriors level good.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
With how they're like drawing comparisons to, and is that like sustainable, especially when they comes to like a superstar level talent, like when they meet up the Lakers, assuming Anthony Davis is gonna be healthy.
Like in a series.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because I do think this Jazz team is fairly underrated just because Rudy Gobert's on that giant contract, and people aren't trusting Donovan Mitchell. I don't think Donovan Mitchell is that like best player on a
You're not
championship.
trusting him?
Well, I do think Donovan Mitchell is very talented, and he's definitely worthy of like an all-star level player. But like, I don't think he's like superstar or like one of the like best player on a championship level team good. But is that gonna like? Can that stop them? Because the hot streak, this Utah team has been shooting like insanely good from 3.
Wasn't there a back-to-back that they had where it was like 25, 26 or something?
Like point victories.
Like threes?
Oh yeah,
Like something
they're
nuts.
shooting like 20 plus threes a game almost. Like they're hitting
That's wild.
insane threes. And what I also wanted to give a shout out to Jordan Clarkson,
Oh my god.
and who's like, yeah, he's definitely winning 6th man of the year this
He's
year.
been playing good.
Like he's running with that award.
Did you guys see his ankle breaker or whatever?
I didn't see it. Who's it against?
It was let me try to pull it up right now, but it was
Yeah.
so funny. He literally looked drunk and he still got him.
Oh, I think I might have saw it. But anyway, yeah, Jordan Clarkson, 6th man of the year right now, and Joe Ingles or Jingles.
Jingles.
Yeah. Joe Ingles is low key one of the best role players in the league. Like he's averaging.
I wish I paid more attention.
Like he's averaging like 15 points. He's shooting like 45% from 3 this season so far. Like the whole team, as the Jazz team as a whole, has been shooting insane from 3. And he's averaging like 5 assists off the bench. Like he's one of their best playmakers, like off the bench. So like he's a really good role player, like in the league, not just for the Jazz. But it's really gonna be a matter because they're really drawing comparisons to the 2015 Hawks with being like a ball movement team that's relying on like teamwork and shooting. But I think they're more closer to the 2015 Warriors, like before, like not the 73-9 one the year before that, where they still won 67 games, but Curry only averaged like 25 points per game, or like less than that.
And then Clay.
Yeah, so Curry, Harrison Barnes, Draymond Green. Draymond Green could still shoot at this time.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of talk about, which I think they're closer to that team just because they still have that elite perimeter player in Donovan Mitchell, but Donovan Mitchell isn't on like Curry's level, so I think that's like their like hindrance of, are they still like a championship caliber team? Because they're definitely, they're definitely good enough to be the first seed. Like their statistics, like the last few weeks have been insane, but it's just gonna be a matter of like, is that sustainable in the playoffs?
I really like Donovan Mitchell. I like Gobert enough, but I don't think it's sustainable. I hope it is, but I can't see it.
Yeah,
I can't.
it's like, I definitely think, okay, I am gonna say they're contenders, but even if they are the first seed, I'm not gonna count on them making the finals, because I just, if there's any player I would trust in the playoffs, it's LeBron James.
Yeah.
And actually, I do want to talk about that. So this isn't like, the Lakers are obviously contenders, but if something happens to Anthony Davis where he like misses the playoffs or the rest of the season, can they still make the finals? Because LeBron has made the finals before with a worse roster around him, and like we knows what he's capable.
Team, right?
Yeah, like in 2018, like we know what he's capable of in terms of carrying, and like, can 36-year-old LeBron do that? I think theoretically, like, obviously, I'm not gonna like count on it, but I wouldn't be surprised if Lakers were able to make the finals without Anthony Davis. Do you think they can?
Just make finals or win it all?
Just make the finals.
Just make finals? I think they can do it.
He's like,
I feel like he has, like you were saying, he has a better team for sure. Than what he's dealt with before.
Yeah, but the West is way harder than the Eastern Conference when LeBron was carrying that team.
Yeah, because then he'd be playing Utah.
Like, he either have to play Utah or the Clippers in the conference finals, most likely.
Which is tough.
Yeah, but in, like, what he beat in that...
I think he would take Clippers.
I mean, he can't choose that, but...
Yeah.
Like seeding-wise.
Seeding-wise, I think you could beat them.
Yeah, because it'd be 2 and 3 matchup. But anyway, yeah, it's just like, is that sustainable? Well, not sustainable. I don't know why I'm saying the word sustainable. But like, is that possible?
It's a good word.
Yeah, but is that possible? Because in my opinion, I think it's not too far off of a prediction, just because we know how good LeBron James is. But
yeah, and he doesn't look like he's slowing down too much.
Yeah, especially playoff time, because like even though the Lakers were on a losing streak last week, this is like the regular season. They had injury, like Anthony Davis is injured, Dennis Schroeder was out. So like I wasn't expecting them to like go crazy. So I'm not worrying about the Lakers, like for slipping like that.
No.
But I still think they're a finals caliber team without Anthony Davis. If like playoff LeBron goes full like carry mode like that.
Yeah, I see them in the finals. I don't see them winning.
Yeah, because assuming the team that comes out of the East is going to be fully healthy,
right,
they're just going to like plow through it.
Right.
Because you can only go so far. But that would be like one of LeBron's greatest achievements.
It would.
Because 36-year-old LeBron carrying that team to that level.
And then people would say, "Oh, he should have got
Mickey Mouse ring the
whole time."
Yeah, but yeah, that argument happens every year.
Every year.
Mm-hmm.
Every year.
And then the last team I want to talk about is the old Phoenix Suns over here, because statistically the Suns are like a top 5 team in the NBA, like in terms of like net rating and like defense and stuff. Like they're playing like contenders in terms of like how good they are shooting. Like Chris Paul is amazing, Devin Booker is really good, Mikal Bridges. I think Mikal Bridges has been great. Like the reason they traded Kelly Oubre is because they wanted to keep Mikal Bridges because they had 2 small forwards, and I think they made the right choice keeping Mikal Bridges.
Is he related to Miles?
No.
No.
But yeah, and DeAndre Ayton, I definitely think DeAndre Ayton still has more potential to live up to, but
he needs to take roids.
Yeah. I think he already has.
Yes.
But he has. I think DeAndre Ayton has like defensive year of the year potential, like Rudy Gobert level. So like he definitely can tap into that, and I think they should like. That's why pairing him with Chris Paul is a good idea.
It was on Carter Williams. He's a freaking mess.
Oh, you found it?
Mess.
Oh, yeah, with that random layup.
Ridiculous. And he looked drunk as hell, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was.
Right. But anyway, what do you think the ceiling is for the Suns?
For the Suns ceiling?
Yeah. Because like for example, imagine if they just they actually make it to the playoffs, and they just go on like a hot streak. Chris Paul and Devin Booker, they both show up, they score like crazy, and their defense is like locked down. How's it like how it is? Man.
I see the Suns. Comparison-wise, I'm gonna compare it to an East team. I see them go up to like a Sixers type team.
I mean, Sixers are the best team in the East.
They are the best team in the East. They are.
I mean, numbers-wise, the Suns. Let's see. Let's look at the standings because of the whole East good, East bad, West good.
Mm-hmm.
The Suns, if they win today, are gonna be 22-11.
Mm-hmm.
They would be the first seed in the East if they win today.
Wow.
Even though they're the fourth seed in the West.
That's crazy. But I do see them. It reminds me like they're like the team
of that like tier of good.
Yeah.
I don't think the Suns are contenders, but they're like as good as a playoff team can get without being called contenders.
Fair.
Fair. I think they're like they can make a conference finals, but they'll lose or they'll get swept by
in the conference finals.
Yeah, like by the Lakers or something.
Yeah.
So like I think that would be their ceiling.
I feel like they'd win one maybe.
Yeah, like 4 or 5. Like the Nuggets last year.
Yeah.
Like the Nuggets came when they upset the Clippers, everyone was like, "Whoa, how good is this team actually?" But like that team wasn't good enough to win the finals, and they weren't trying to.
And it's showing this year.
With Jokic, I mean, I think there's more to that than just the Nuggets isn't that good. It's just mostly like Jeremy Grant's gone.
Yeah.
He was one of their best role players.
I think a lot of his player fatigue too.
Because it's like they've played in 7 games almost the entire time.
That was ridiculous.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it for my list. Do you think? I mean, we already talked about. I think we talked about the Heat in the previous episode, Heat. Because they did make the finals last year, but I don't think they're gonna make it again.
No,
because
Jimmy Butler.
Because
he does a hell of a job.
Yeah, Jimmy Butler was like doing like LeBron level carrying in the finals.
He was.
But I don't think they can.
But the word you were using beforehand was fair in this case.
Sustainable?
It's not sustainable.
I get that.
It's not.
I mean, what was it? I mean, the Heat were the 5th seed last year, and they still made the finals. So like their regular season play is hard to judge. But I just don't think this Heat team is as good as last year's.
No.
Like their 3-point shooting isn't as good.
Teams are starting to figure out more and more Duncan Robinson.
Duncan Robinson has been as good at shooting this year. Last year, he was like Klay Thompson level good at catch and shoots.
Tyler Hero has been quiet compared.
Yeah, I remember people saying, Tyler Hero, baby, go.
Right.
He's going to be an all-star this year.
They're figuring them out, man. It wasn't hard to figure them out.
Yeah. So, it's like, I wouldn't go as far to say they were frauds, but I definitely think they were like, the finals shouldn't be their expectation.
Yeah.
Because, like, that shouldn't be expected from them.
I see them going out first round.
First round?
I think so.
I would say depending on their matchup.
Okay.
He's like, if they can outsmart the Bucks again, I would hate that.
That was sad.
I would be so sad.
That was really sad. I was literally watching that game and I was so sad.
Yeah, it's just because, like, they always got it, man.
Dude, they made him look like chumps. That was sad.
It's so sad. I remember talking. One of my friends lives in Milwaukee. I was just like, Giannis gone, man. Giannis gone.
Oh yeah, never thought he was gonna leave.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. I think that's pretty good to talk about. Yeah. All right. See you guys next time. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Caress the like button.
We love you, Poppy.
Don't forget to thank our one fan.
Don't forget to thank our one fan. It's probably Arslan, to be honest.
No, the guy that commented.
Oh, the one guy.
Yeah. All right, Mr. Guy. I know you're watching this. You commented. I know you are a dedicated fan. When we hit 1 million subscribers one day, maybe we'll do like a social security number reveal or something. But yeah, keep it up. Share this with maybe one friend, and then have them gently touch the like button too. Dude, go look at it, bro. It's a comment. He said good job, and I'm very, very happy. Yeah. He said, good job, yo, comrade. And then I said, oh, very nice.
Just like that, too?
Exactly like that.
Yo, if you said it like that, I'm happy, bro.
He said exactly. I even called him on the phone, and he said, very nice, you know?
But it was Borat.
Okay, cool. See y'all next week.